polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. He's coming. We got time. Hey, lock it.
He's crashing.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check 50. Hey, Zoo, on the ball, get it.
Throwing is Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So he might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, watch the ball. Yo, hit it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Peterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go now. 60 or. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Smith. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get ready.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
You got him. Let's go. Hey, Reed. Leo.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And a short gain here down to the 22. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Smith. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw again on second down. Smith throwing right, and that's complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Out of the gun, Smith. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
11.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
They're on the 3-yard line.
55. Hey, eat.
It's just me and you. It's just
On 1st down, Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo, eluding the pressure, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Makes the score Niners 21, Redskins nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check it out.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
1st down, San Francisco.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Mostert. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Wait.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, now Garoppolo. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Complete to Dante Pettis. Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They run again with Peterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Watch the edge. Tight dog. Hey, orbit.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
Check 25.
Throwing is Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Niners take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Here we go, here we go.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This is Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Play action, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Smith. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Flushed out right.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. To throw again on second down, Smith. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 19 yards there on the pickup. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Smith under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on third and long. Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They snap it to Smith. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
11.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for San Francisco, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a
brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the head.